Okay, so in the previous video, we had it set up automatically with Ollama and detect if you have a onboard GPU with dedicated memory. With folks not having that, I've got a list of public Ollama servers, and I'm using that to update the profiles so that folks don't have to run their own or use an API key or whatever. So it'll just work. So I'll show you how that works. We're going to download the latest Jamboree, right click, run with PowerShell, then click the MINDcraft button. First thing it's going to do is check your GPU. You'll get, if you don't have it, you'll get a red warning here. For me, I'm switching it manually to the flag that I don't have a GPU, a dedicated GPU. So normally that would be red, and you have a 10-second delay for the message. But I'm forcing it here in a second. So we're downloading Git, downloading Java, we're extracting Java. That we downloaded Node. We're updating npm. We're starting the MINDcraft server over here. That's generating the world. This is all legit from Mojang or Microsoft, whatever you want to call it. And now it's waiting at some time, I think like 10 seconds, for the server to start up. I've waited 10 seconds because that's probably enough for older computers, maybe. You can adjust that time, and it's up to you. And you can just manually run these commands if you want to, also, by hitting the command prompt here. So now it's installing Minecraft, pulling down all the dependencies, all that good stuff. And in the other video, it's the other direction. It's doing the local Ollama. So that if you want to see how it works with a local GPU, then you watch that video. This is for remote Ollama servers or the public Ollama servers. Now we're installing. Now we're setting up the settings and the configuration for the server and the profile here. We downloaded the latest profile. We detected, we don't have a GPU, so we're going to pull down the public list and we're going to check each one until we find a valid one. So on our first attempt, we got Ollama 3, and with the correct answer of what is the port for Minecraft, the default port for Minecraft. So we have our bot running. Here's our viewer, and that's relatively new. That was just part of Minecraft to begin with. Now there's blocks missing and stuff like that, and you can't actually control it, but you can at least see what the bot's doing and all that good stuff. So your output from the LLM is over here, and here's your server, and here's just the PowerShell logs. So you don't really need any of this right now. So the next step is you've got a bot, you're good to go. You can do really whatever you want. So I mean, not that it's actually going to work, but you can say something like, goal, excuse me, mine for oak log, right? So the bot's going to get that. It's going to go over to the LLM server. It's waiting a response from Llama 3.2. And if we're lucky, we'll get a response at some point. That's pretty much it. From here, you can experiment with other servers. You can manually download the list and use whatever Ollama server you want. But this one basically does an automatic check of the public list and finds ones that are online within 15 seconds and that respond within 15 seconds, and then adds it to your profile. So it's all pretty much just one click, and you have everything running, and you got a bot, and it's all good. Now the models, I've filtered some of the smaller models that are like 128 megs or something that run on like a toaster. So I filtered out those, and I filtered them by size. So whichever server that gets picked, it's running the largest model on that server. So the idea there is that you'll get the best model on each server. But in this instance, like for this one, we're still waiting on a response. We haven't gotten a response back from that actual server yet. So we'll just marinate it and let it marinate, I guess. So I had trouble with that LLM responding, so I'll just rerun Jamboree. Now you can just, again, go to the command prompt and rerun Node, the main JS, update that profile with whichever one you want. But for this instance, it's just like close everything, relaunch it, and click the button again, and it'll find us a new one. So here's a failed attempt. We have a LLM, but it didn't get a correct response for the port. I'm basically looking for that 2256, whatever the default port is, so that it's finds a server that's not going to super hallucinate on you. So we're in with this guy. We'll try the same thing. Say goal. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Here's our viewer starting back up. Say goal mine for iron or oak log. Oak log. So we'll see if we can get a response back. And it'll tell you the server that it's connecting to up here. There's the model and the server. Oh, here's the server and there's the model. So that's using chat settings, blah, blah, blah. So that's how you know that it's whatever. So here's our response from the server. We're getting like set mode. We're kind of going in some loops here. So that's where I get lost, is that, you know, I don't really understand how to get the bot to actually do stuff, even with the Andy profiles that tell you exactly what the actions are and to like only use those actions. So um, I don't really quite understand how it's supposed to work. I can use the commands to issue stuff, but that's basically it using MindFlayer. So you're not actually doing anything with the AI when you're typing the action commands, more or less. So it's not actually doing any of the AI stuff. It's not figuring it out on its own. So we're kind of going back and forth here. We're now kind of starting to go in loops. Had a hemorrhage, tried just came out, got an error for missing arguments. So that's kind of where we're at. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or have any updates on the profile or know how to make this actually, work. So anyways, I appreciate it. Take it easy.